Platinum sponsors: Sanofi Pasteur, Vaxserve, Chesapeake Energy, and Halliburton. Gold sponsors: MVM Associates and Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. Silver sponsors: Friends.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Don Webster, and I was a member of the original planning committee for the business plan competition 10 years ago. On behalf of the planning committee, we'd like to extend our congratulations to the GVTA Board of Directors and the volunteers who have made the business plan competition a signature event for GVTA and our region. You know, if we look back over the last 10 years, over 250 teams have collaborated to submit plans to the competition. If the average team had between 2 and 4 students on it, that's somewhere between 500 and 1,000 students that have participated with us over the last 10 years. That's a result. 7 colleges and universities have actually taken home our trophy. From an economic development impact, we don't need to look any further than the finalists from the first year, Blackout Design. They've continued to make a meaningful difference in our region, and I'm proud to say that we've worked with them in partnership, and they do great work for a portfolio of clients that are national and international in scope. We have other business plan winners, such as the gentleman who's providing the video for us this evening, who have started other ventures in our region. And the spirit of entrepreneurship is alive and well through the Entrepreneurship Institute and through degree programs from some of our colleges and universities. So if we think about some of the attributes from the business plan competition, such as collaboration, volunteerism, idea generation, risk-taking, those are the kinds of attributes that we need in Northeast Pennsylvania, whether it's to compete in Northeast Pennsylvania or in a global marketplace. So congratulations to all of the volunteers, and especially congratulations to the finalists. Who knows, maybe we have the next Facebook.
Hi, I'm Ellen Schindler. I'm Director of Community Relations for Sanofi Pasteur US, and I'm glad to be here on this proud day for GVTA for its Small Business Plan competition. Over the past 10 years, Sanofi Pasteur and Vaxserve have been proud sponsors of the competition. This is due in large part to an idea from a former Vaxserve General Manager, Yaku Smith, who saw the concept of the Small Business Plan competition in Boston and knew that it could be translated successfully here in Northeastern Pennsylvania. The GVTA Small Business Plan competition is a unique intersection of local economic development, of technology, and of support for institutions of higher learning. We are proud to be associated with this project and are also proud of all the benefits that is provided to our Northeastern Pennsylvania community during the past 10 years. Congratulations, GVTA.
My brother Ted Brunel and I have had the opportunity to win the first year of the Great Valley Business Plan competition with a concept called the Perfect Lawyer. The Perfect Lawyer was effectively a matchmaking service between clients and lawyers that used an artificial intelligence system for doing the matching.
Since that time, we have springboarded and become serial entrepreneurs, developing a plethora of different sites in a whole number of different disciplines, from real estate, finance, and investing to construction, and several of the more popular websites on the internet, such as ahajokes.com.
The Great Valley Business Plan competition inspired us to go on our own and to start literally over a dozen different businesses and to allocate millions of dollars in new capital to our region.
Great Valley Business Plan competition is really a wonderful place for people to get started in business. It gives you an opportunity to have a network of connections and facilities at your fingertips, having just come up with a concept and explore that and develop it out to the point where it can actually flourish and become a viable business.
Since winning the business plan competition, we have hired dozens of employees and independent contractors, and we have created new jobs for the area, and I believe that in large part that is attributable to the business plan competition and to the people that we've had the privilege of meeting. Good luck to everyone who's here today, and we wish you the best.
My name is Brian Padone. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm one of the previous business plan competition winners. I had my company called GradTex by myself and my partner, and we did a plagiarism detection software. Winning that competition opened up a tremendous amount of doors for us, especially becoming an entrepreneur, not even knowing what that meant. So I really transformed from a software developer into a serial entrepreneur. The following year, I started another company called ABP Software. With that company, I started a password site called needmypassword.com. At the same time, I was running a boxing gym. The following year, I was recognized by Business Week as one of the top 25 entrepreneurs, 25 years and under in America. The following year after that, once I sold the password site, we got a new gym, had over 300 members in there, and just continue on as being an entrepreneur, and also doing multiple business plans and other websites and other projects, all being that the business plan competition was the one that really got me started. So everybody watching this, I wish you guys the best of luck, and to know that to get to this point, you already succeeded.
My name is Nadia Daly. I am the president and CEO of Jujama Inc. I entered the business plan competition the first year that they had the non-collegiate side, and I was the winner of that. Jujama is an online platform that provides social media and networking at conferences and events. In the past 2 years, we have experienced significant growth. We've relocated our offices here in Scranton. I was glad to be a part of it, and to be a part of it over the past 2 years as a judge for the competition. We've seen a lot of great candidates, both on the collegiate and non-collegiate side. Because at the end of the day, this is about building value within Northeastern Pennsylvania.
My name is Charlie Mulligan. I'm the CEO of IUVO, which won the competition last year. We have since changed our name to GiveGab.com, which is the volunteer social network. The entire process has been fantastic for us. It really helped get us up and running. It gave us a lot of credibility as we tried to gain new customers, and especially as we went out to raise money from local and even national investors. Now we have 13 employees. We've added over 1,100 nonprofits across the country, and we have more than 40 universities that are signed on to start using our site. Those 40 universities have around 1 million students enrollment, so we're very excited with where things are headed for us. And we hope the same success goes for the winners of this year's plan.
Contacts: Keystone College and Wilkes University.
Contacts was created with the intention to solve the problem that we've dealt with since the creation of the cell phone. We believe there should be an easier way to acquire contact information and an easier way to keep that information up to date. We provide users with a simplified way to keep contact information organized through an account-based system.
An account-based system means that users would sign up to Contacts and they get an account where they would then request other users' information, and upon the request, when that's accepted, both parties are then exchanged into each other's address books.
We came up with the idea because we feel that it's too time-consuming to enter everybody's information into our contact list. Contacts provides a service of not having to deal with that.
After discussing the idea with Brandon and deciding that we wanted to take it a step further, I talked to my graphic design teacher in terms to make it a project. He then referred me to my marketing teacher to make it a project for a combination of the classes. She then referred me to one of the business advisors for the business plan competition, and then she hooked me up with the opportunity to get us involved. We want to incorporate businesses into our idea, get them on board. We want to talk to schools, see if they'll get on board. Just basically, we want to connect everybody.
After the competition, we plan to implement and execute our Contacts application, plan to bring on programmers and additional resources to make this come true.
Identified People's Search, East Stroudsburg University.
Identified is a search engine, similar to Google, except instead of searching web pages, we search identities. When you're in the real world, you have one identity. When you're online, however, it's a completely different thing. You don't only have one, you have multiple. So the question is, if you're dealing with someone online, how do you know who they really are? I'm a small business owner, and before I started Identified, I worked as a freelance web designer and graphic designer. I frequently worked with people online, and in a couple of cases I was burned. I would have a contract, I would do the work, and they would disappear. So as a result, I started on manually researching all of my people. So I found that this saved me a lot of headache and a lot of money. And at this point, I realized that there were other people who could use the exact same service. I took the system that I did by hand. I automated it. I created an algorithm that can go far beyond what me or any other individual can do manually to create a full representation of who the person actually is and what they do. Regardless of the outcome of this competition, Identified will be launched in a private beta starting this summer, and we are hoping to launch in a full private alpha this fall, followed by a full launch. I see technology as the greatest leveling factor when it comes to entrepreneurship. In non-tech fields, you have to have an incredible amount of resources at your disposal before you can even start to take your idea into reality. In technology, you need a dream, you need an idea, and then you need the implementation. And the implementation depends on your ingenuity, the ingenuity of the people who you can gather around you. Now, with the resources that are available to us as students, there's never been any time in the history of the world where a student can have as good a chance at taking an idea and turning it into a successful and profitable business as we have today.
Triple Toe Turkey Calls, Marywood University.
My business's name is Triple Toe Turkey Calls. We completely customize and personalize a variety of different turkey call products, ranging from friction calls to box calls to mouth calls and pretty much anything that can make any noise to call in a turkey. Another product we have is a camo dipped box call. This is also personalizable.
What makes our product so unique is that we offer various different ways, especially through technology, to order our calls, and that's what really separates us from the competition. The hunting industry right now is still kind of lagging in the 20th century, and we really want to be able to bring that back into times of today. You know, we want to bring them in the 21st century.
We are using the online platform, which isn't offered by any other turkey call manufacturer. Also, we have multiple patents in the works. Triple Toe Turkey Calls was started and established not really on purpose, actually. I was going to school to be a dentist. My father's a dentist, so I was going to follow in his footsteps. And then for a class of Marywood, I wrote a business plan, heard about the business plan competition, got into it.
I initially decided to try something on my own, but things didn't work out as I planned. So I came on, and I've been helping him since with everything that he needs help with, from crunching the numbers to marketing the product to even just, you know, putting everything together and producing the turkey calls themselves.
I've received a lot of exposure due to the business plan competition, and we have multiple sponsors throughout the country for nonprofit and also for different organizations in the hunting industry. Throughout the summer, we're making our products and distributing them throughout the state and the country to multiple retail shops that we're trying to get into, and hopefully we'll have more after the business plan competition if we get the needed funding. We make them, you bake them. Gobble gobble.
Cocoon, University of Scranton.
Cocoon is an interactive social media management and education platform, and what we do is we empower business owners to use social media to market themselves and drive sales. We provide them with interactive video lessons that actually teach them how to use the platforms, and these platforms right now are currently Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and we provide them with the analytical figures that can show them here's where you're doing something wrong, here's where you're doing something right, and we can offer them recommendations based on their account activity and based on their knowledge of social media.
I was walking into class one day and I saw a poster for the Entrepreneurship Institute. So I went up there and I met Andrew, and we started getting into conversations about business and what he was doing with his business and his ideas, philosophies, and we kind of developed a relationship from there, and it fostered into where we're at right now. We've been working on our product for about 6 months now. A month ago, we released the landing page as well as the promotional video, and we are currently taking on 2,000 beta testers for a release in May.
So we were actually contacted by 2 government officials from Tech City out in London, and what Tech City is it's essentially the Silicon Valley of Europe. So what they want to do is they want to utilize our expertise and our platform for the 2012 London Olympics and for the promotion of Tech City. We actually want to be a company that is known not only for our revenue streams, but also for our social entrepreneurship within the company. We're looking at running some social media camps for local schools where we teach them not only how to properly set their privacy settings so that their information is protected. And as a part of that campaign, we also want to do some anti-bullying campaigning. We want to promote that by going to local high schools around the area and actually teaching them and telling them our story and how we got to where we are right now. And even though that we were picked on and we may not have been the most popular kids in school, we still ended up doing something great and having the time of our lives doing it.
Making good energy. Non-collegiate category.
Making Good Energy Gardens is a Northeastern Pennsylvania-based food production company. We're using the most advanced food production strategies and technologies in the marketplace today. We are right now focusing on conceiving and deriving public benefit through residential and commercial food gardening projects.
The idea was conceived last summer after having talked to many people who were upset they hadn't planted a garden. They really wanted a garden. They loved the idea of a garden, but they didn't have time. Thomas put it out on Craigslist. It pretty much just said, want a garden? It's not too late. We started getting hits.
Public benefit and private profit can go hand in hand. A lot of people are willing to pay more and want to know that their food is going to be grown locally. For a $70 investment, if you had a 60 by 60 square foot plot of land, you could get a return on that land of about $600 worth of food. And that only gets more efficient as you scale it up.
Right now in the Chicago airport, O'Hare, they right now have a vertical garden set up that is producing food for more than 10,000 people every year. Part of Making Good Energy Gardens, products and services is a unique intellectual property perspective where we are taking, some of the most advanced technologies in the marketplace today and integrating that into our unique proprietary design of the energy production greenhouse.
We heard about the competition, not only because it's local, but because we were formerly part of the Greater Susquehanna Keystone Innovation Zone in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, utilizing their incubator space. So we've kind of been in the loop.
The average Caesar salad travels more than 3,000 miles. You start looking at the rising costs of food and fuel. That really plays into this kind of perspective of localizing food production. And Making Good Energy Gardens is here to meet that need.
Ghost Trade LLC. Non-collegiate category.
Ghost Trade is a green online social marketplace for recycled technology. Our model allows for nonprofits, causes, and recyclers to take tech products that are retired and that or will be retired for reuse, resale, refurbish.
Just like at home, every 2 years, your contract is up on your cell phone. What do you do with your old cell phone? You bring it home, you put it in a drawer. My son has a Game Boy right now, and it's broke. But that Game Boy still has value.
The value, which we call ghost, is the value that has otherwise vanished in technology.
15% of old technology is recycled. Only 15%, so that means 85% of the remaining technology ends up in landfills.
We have over several hundred users, but we do have nonprofit organizations who have a base of over 1 million people.
Ty Howard came up with which is the founder of Ghost Trade, came up with the idea one day while seeing a fellow employee taking out old technology and was watching where he was placing it. He took it to a warehouse, and in that warehouse was basically a graveyard of technology. Why not sell that product online or through recycling or help nonprofits make money? You could donate it to nonprofits, causes, or universities or any kind of program that is in need of funding.
We also got a commitment from Ben Franklin Ventures to match whatever funds that we receive. Our model right now is set to a point where, you know, all we need is seed money to really get going.
We're just excited, and we're looking forward to the future.
Prova Systems. Non-collegiate category.
We actually have a product which we use in vehicle fleet management. We have a little plug-in computer that attaches to your car, and it reads how your engine performs as you drive. We take all the information that we collect and we move it onto an analytics platform that we call Fleet Genius, and there we can tell Fleet Manager how well their fleet performs. So we track things like fuel efficiency, driver behavior, utilization across the fleet, and that way a business who has an expensive vehicle fleet can manage those assets a whole lot more effectively.
The device is very easy to install. It's very small. This is the size of the device right here. It takes about 10 seconds to plug into the vehicle, and it starts running right away. Once you drive by the access point, it collects the information, so there is no stopping or anything like that required. There's no interference. You just drive right by.
Most fleet management applications, vehicle management applications, use GPS, and so all they collect is distance, speed, and direction. And from that, they try to derive some basic diagnostics information. But if you're not connected to the computer, if you're not collecting information, you know, from the engine about its performance and the fuel it's using, you're really never going to be able to get the kind of detailed information that we capture.
We're looking at implementing different sensors that aren't really supported on the vehicle itself when it comes off the production line. Temperature sensors for a cargo trailer, or for a backup sensor, or for harsh turns left and right, or for any type of impact sensors.
There's people that are interested in using it for secure access because we patented a technology called vehicle DNA, which creates a unique signature per vehicle, and also it can be used in emission testings for states where you can have continuous monitoring of emissions and states would know their carbon footprint every second.
We have plans for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth device, so it'll work with other people's existing infrastructures and lower the cost for their application of this device within their systems.
Right now we're working in the fleet management space, so we're working for companies for business fleets. But we see a tremendous opportunity for this product also in consumer applications. This product works with vehicles that have been manufactured since 1996. So there's 250 million of those vehicles on the road today.
We do have prototypes. We built the first lot of 100 to test and beta test and alpha test. And a lot of our customers that have been doing these tests now they want to buy. So now we have to raise the capital to manufacture them. We have a good team now, and I think we're going to succeed.